Time to slow down now. Wherever you are, however your day has been, let your shoulders drop, your jaw unclench. Feel your eyelids soften. You're safe, cozy, exactly where you need to be. Take a long, slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine the gentle rustling of ivy leaves, swaying in a cool, quiet breeze. Let your thoughts drift like clouds. No need to hold on to them, just floating by, soft, weightless. Tonight, I'll take you somewhere peaceful, somewhere ancient, hidden away behind high stone walls. Our story tonight begins in the sleepy, cobbled streets of a medieval village, nestled at the foot of a great castle. The sun has just dipped behind the towers, bathing the sky in soft strokes of lavender, peach, and gold. Shadows stretch long across the worn stone alleys. The faint tolling of distant bells hums through the cool evening air, and tucked away, behind the castle's eastern wing, hidden behind ivy-clad walls, is a secret garden carved not from earth and flowers, but from stone. They say long ago, when the great cathedral was rising toward the heavens, the stonemasons who built it left behind tiny wonders, delicate carvings, hidden in quiet corners. Little stone flowers, animals, even faces peeking from the mortar. Most walk by, never noticing, but if you know where to look, magic lingers. Our story follows one such mason. His name is Emmerich, a quiet man with hands rough from years of shaping limestone, eyes that reflect the pale blue of mountain skies, and a heart full of patience. By day, Emmerich works with the other masons, chiseling arches, carving pillars. But when the village sleeps, when the torches dim, and only the owls stir in the rafters, Emmerich slips away along a narrow path, past crumbling stone walls veiled in climbing ivy. The air smells cool, faintly of moss, the earth soft beneath his boots. He pushes open an old, creaking wooden gate. Hidden behind vines, it groans softly, but no one hears. Only the night wind, whispering secrets through the leaves. Beyond the gate lies Emmerich's sanctuary, a hidden courtyard, walled in ancient limestone, its edges crumbled with age, but strong still. Moonlight spills across the cobbles, silvery and quiet, and everywhere tiny stone flowers bloom. Carved into the walls, the benches, the columns, roses, curling ferns, delicate vines twisting along the edges, all of them sculpted by Emmerich's careful hand. At the far wall, beneath an old arch, sits his workbench. Chisels, hammers, brushes for dusting fine stone, all neatly arranged. A single lantern glows faintly, its golden light dancing across the pale limestone. Emmerich runs his hands over the cool stone surface. He breathes in slowly, the familiar scent of rock dust, aged wood, and ivy. The hush of the garden settles around him, gentle, timeless. Only the faint crackle of the lantern's flame, the distant song of a nightingale. With each soft tap of his chisel, tiny shards of stone drift down like flakes of snow. Tap, tap, pause, breathe, tap, tap. Pause, breathe. His hands move slowly, steadily, years of practice guiding each stroke. A new flower begins to bloom beneath his fingers, its petals unfurling in delicate curves. Though made of stone, it feels alive. Above, the stars blink softly into existence. One by one, a crescent moon hangs low, its pale light mingling with the glow of Emmerich's lantern. The village beyond the castle sleeps. Fires bank low, shutters drawn, dreams weaving their quiet spell. But here, within the hidden garden, time slows. Each breath deepens, each muscle softens, and Emmerich works, shaping beauty in silence, his secret garden growing with every gentle stroke. You can almost hear the faint rustle of ivy leaves swaying, the low hum of distant bells echoing through the stone alleys, the steady, soothing rhythm of chisel meeting stone. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. It lulls you, like the rocking of a small boat on still waters, or the quiet crackle of a hearth as sleep drifts nearer. Let your body sink deeper into comfort, your mind wander with the drifting clouds. The world outside grows softer, quieter. Only the hidden garden remains, cool, secret, safe, and Emmerich carving his tiny wonders. As the night deepens, the night has settled fully now, a deep velvety blue stretching across the sky. The faint glimmer of stars twinkle, like tiny lanterns keeping watch. A cool breeze weaves through the garden, carrying the scent of old stone, damp earth, and trailing ivy. It rustles the leaves gently, as if whispering forgotten secrets from centuries past. Emmerich pauses, his chisel resting lightly against the limestone. He leans back, stretching his fingers, feeling the quiet hum of the evening all around him and the soft lantern glow. The garden feels otherworldly. Stone flowers climb the walls. Curling vines etch so delicately they seem ready to sway. Tiny birds, squirrels, even sleeping foxes, all carved by Emmerich's patient hands, peer from hidden corners, their features worn smooth by time. The steady drip, drip of dew gathering on ivy leaves, the distant flutter of an owl's wings, the faint, almost forgotten murmur of the castle bells. Everything moves slowly here, gently, as if the garden itself breathes in time with the earth. Emmerich's hands return to their work. Tap, tap, pause. Brush away the dust, reveal the curve of a petal, the arch of a stem, each stroke precise yet tender. Years have passed. Stones weathered, seasons changed, yet this hidden place remains, a sanctuary of quiet beauty, growing slowly with each passing night. And though few know of it, Emmerich is not entirely alone. Sometimes, when the wind carries just right, or when the moonlight glows pale across the walls, a figure appears at the garden's edge, an old woman, wrapped in a cloak the color of forest moss, her eyes warm, her steps silent across the cobbles. She watches, never speaking, only observing. As Emmerich's chisel hums its steady rhythm, Emmerich knows her. Though her name has faded with time, they call her the Gardener of Stone. Some say she's as old as the castle itself, that she once walked these halls when the stones were young, the mortar fresh, the walls bare. It's said she taught the first masons to weave life into their carvings, to shape not only arches and walls, but hidden beauty, delicate, secret, lasting beyond lifetimes. And so Emmerich works beneath her quiet gaze. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Stone flowers bloom. Tiny creatures sleep eternal in their carved nooks. The garden grows above. The stars drift across the sky, slow and steady. The moon, now higher, bathes the courtyard in silver light. Shadows stretch and curl along the ancient walls, their edges soft, almost dreamlike. The old woman steps closer, her hands brushing against the ivy trailing down the stones. Her voice, when it comes, is barely above a whisper, carried on the cool breeze. Stone remembers, she says softly, her words weaving into the hush of the garden. Every chisel mark, every carved petal, even the smallest hidden flower, lives on. Long after we're gone, Emmerich nods, his hands never faltering. Each carving, each quiet detail, a message, a memory, a piece of himself left behind. The gardener watches, her eyes reflecting the lantern's glow. And then, like mist under moonlight, she fades, merging with the shadows, with the climbing ivy, with the stone itself. Emmerich works on, the garden breathes, time slows. The rhythm returns. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Let your own breath follow soft, steady, in and out like the gentle sway of leaves. The distant call of an owl, the soothing hush of wind through ancient stone. There's no need to think now. No need to hold on to the day. Just drift, listening to the night's lullaby. Feeling the quiet comfort of the hidden garden. The world outside grows softer, distant. Only the cool stone walls remain. The curling vines, the carved flowers blooming silently in the moonlight. Emmerich hums softly to himself, a forgotten tune. Older than the castle stones, his chisel moves gently, shaping beauty from rock, each tap blending into the rhythm of the night. Steady, soothing, timeless. You can rest here, safe, quiet, untroubled. Wrapped in the cool embrace of ancient walls. Cradled by the gentle song of stone and ivy, the lantern flickers, the night deepens. Sleep drifts nearer. The hours stretch quietly now. The castle behind the walls is silent, its torches low, windows shuttered. The village deep in dreams, that here, in the hidden garden, time flows differently. The cool stone hums faintly beneath your feet, holding the memory of countless seasons. Countless quiet nights like this. The ivy sways gently, climbing higher with each year, curling across carved stone flowers, winding around the corners of the weathered archways. It carries the scent of rain and earth, soft, fresh, grounding. Emmerich's hands work steadily, his chisel tracing delicate lines along the limestone, shaping petals so thin they seem ready to flutter in the breeze. Tiny details, curls of fern leaves, tucked into corners. Small birds perched along the edges, all hidden. Waiting to be discovered, the night deepens, the moon glides slowly overhead. Silver and calm stars shimmer above. Thousands of tiny lights watching from the velvet sky. The lantern beside Emmerich flickers gently, its warm glow casting soft shadows along the garden walls. The carvings come alive in the light, stone flowers blooming in the stillness, animals peeking from crevices, delicate vines weaving patterns in the corners. It's quiet here, perfectly quiet, only the faint, distant call of an owl, the soft rustle of ivy, the steady rhythm of chisel on stone. Tap, tap, pause, breathe, brush away the dust. Tap, tap. Pause, breathe. With every careful movement, the garden grows. It's more than a sanctuary now. It's a tapestry, a place woven from patience, stone and time and the villagers. Though they may never walk these hidden paths, feel the magic in the walls that surround them, the carved arches they pass beneath, the cathedral's towering spires. All hold whispers of Emmerich's quiet craftsmanship, but only here, tucked behind ivy. Through the creaking wooden gate is the heart of his work, his secret garden. The night air grows cooler, carrying the scent of damp earth. Aged limestone, faint traces of wood smoke from distant hearths. Emmerich breathes it in, his chest rising and falling slowly, his thoughts still, present only in the gentle rhythm of his work. Above, clouds drift lazily across the sky, veiling the stars in soft mist. The moon glows behind them, diffused, pale, peaceful, and as the garden rests in the quiet hush of the evening, Emmerich's mind begins to wander. He remembers the stories whispered by the elders, the old legends passed down through generations of masons. They spoke of hidden carvings tucked into grand cathedrals, secret symbols, animals, flowers, even tiny faces watching from high archways, each one left behind by hands like his quiet workers, patient artists shaping beauty in silence. Emmerich smiles softly, knowing his garden carries that same quiet tradition, stone flowers that will outlive him, ivy curling long after his hands are gone, creatures frozen in time, waiting to be found. The gardener of stone's words echo in his memory. Stone remembers, she whispered, every mark, every secret, every piece of ourselves lives on within these walls. Emmerich's hands continue their gentle rhythm. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Brush away the stone dust, revealing a delicate vine curling along the wall's base. The carvings blend seamlessly into the ancient walls, as though they've always been here, hidden, quiet, waiting for curious eyes to discover them. And the garden holds more than stone. It holds stories, memories, forgotten dreams etched into limestone, preserved in the cool hush of ivy-clad walls. You can feel the garden around you, the steady grounding strength of stone beneath your feet, the soft whisper of leaves swaying above, the distant hum of night birds, the faint song of the earth breathing. Your body grows heavier, sinking deeper into comfort. Your breath slows, following the rhythm, in and out, soft, steady, peaceful. The hidden garden wraps around you, a quiet haven, untouched by time, guarded by ivy, moonlight, and the soft echoes of chisel on stone. And Emmerich, steady, patient, continues shaping beauty in the stillness, his hands moving as they always have, his heart full of quiet purpose. And the garden grows, stone by stone, flower by flower, hidden, timeless, safe. Let yourself drift. Wrapped in its embrace, the world beyond softens, fades, only the peaceful rhythm remains. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Tap, pause, breathe. Everything slows, the night deepens, sleep draws nearer. You're safe, resting, weightless within the hidden sanctuary. The quiet hum of the garden holds steady. Wrapped in moonlight, veiled in drifting shadows, the night deepens. Cool and still, the stars high above, shimmering softly, distant, ancient. Watching over the world, Emmerich's lantern flickers gently, casting warm pools of golden light along the pale limestone walls. Each carved flower glows faintly in the dancing shadows, delicate petals curling along the edges, vines winding in intricate patterns. Stone birds nestle in the corners, eyes closed, as though sleeping beneath the ivy's cool embrace. The air is rich with the scent of moss, trailing vines, cool stone still damp with evening dew. The hush of the world wraps around the garden, soft as velvet, gentle as the whispering breeze that rustles the leaves overhead. Emmerich leans back for a moment, his chisel resting on the workbench. His fingers trace the smooth curve of his latest carving, a tiny cluster of blossoms blooming from the limestone. So detailed, so delicate, they almost seem to sway in the night air. He smiles softly, his breath slow and even, his heartbeat quiet. Steady, the garden has grown over the years, hidden from the world, yet full of life etched into stone, each carving, each petal, each tiny creature holding memories, secrets, whispered stories from long ago. The old wooden gate creaks softly in the distance, its hinges groaning gently as the cool breeze stirs it. Beyond the ivy-clad walls, the castle looms silent, its towers rising against the starry sky, windows shuttered, fires dimmed. The village sleeps, wrapped in dreams, unknowing of the quiet sanctuary hidden just beyond their daily paths. Emmerich knows the garden will outlive him. As the stone has outlived generations before, it brings him peace, the thought that his careful work, his quiet beauty, will linger long after his hands are still. The gardener of stone once told him, nothing carved with care ever truly fades. The stone may weather, the edges soften, but the spirit remains etched beneath the surface, waiting to be seen. And so Emmerich carves night after night, his rhythm steady as the turning stars, the chisel tapping, pausing, breathing. blending with the song of the night. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Tap, pause, breathe. Let your breath follow that rhythm now. Slow, easy, in and out. With each exhale, feel your body grow heavier. Sinking into comfort with each inhale, draw in the cool peace of the garden, the soft hum of the earth. You are safe here, wrapped in ivy and stone, beneath the watchful glow of the moon. Time softens, thoughts drift, the hush of sleep gently weaving around you. Emmerich's hands work with tender patience. Tiny creatures take shape beneath his fingers. A sleeping fox curled beneath the ivy, its eyes closed, tail tucked gently along the stone. A cluster of ferns arching from the wall's edge, their delicate fronds captured forever in limestone. The garden hums with quiet life, still, peaceful, ancient. The carved flowers bloom, the stone birds rest. The walls breathe with the memory of every chisel stroke. Above, the clouds drift slowly, their soft edges glowing in the moonlight. The faint song of distant crickets hums beyond the garden walls. The world holds its breath, wrapped in the deep blue quiet of the sleeping night. Emmerich's lantern burns low, its light soft, golden, casting long shadows across the worn cobblestones. He runs his hand along the garden wall, feeling the cool grooves of his hidden carvings, each one a quiet secret, a message for those who know where to look. The garden is not only stone and ivy, it is patience, it is memory. It is the gentle promise that beauty endures, even when hidden, even when forgotten. And here, in this quiet space, sleep comes easily, drifting like mist through the ivy, curling along the edges of ancient walls, settling into every carved petal, every tucked away creature, every winding vine. Let yourself drift now, carried by the slow rhythm of the garden, the gentle hush of leaves, the soft pulse of moonlight, the timeless hum of the earth below. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The stone remembers, the garden endures, and sleep, peaceful, soothing, draws ever nearer. The garden hums softly in the stillness, a sanctuary hidden beneath ancient stone walls, veiled in ivy, bathed in silver moonlight. The hours stretch quietly, time slowing, thoughts floating, carried away like leaves on a gentle stream. Emmerich's hands move slowly now, the night deepening, his lantern glowing faintly beside him, the soft tap of his chisel blending into the rhythm of the world. Tap, tap, pause, breathe, brush away the stone dust, reveal the delicate curve of another hidden bloom, each stroke precise, steady, shaped with patient care. Tiny flowers unfurling along the base of the wall, their petals etched so lightly, they seem ready to sway in the cool night breeze. The ivy rustles overhead, its leaves whispering stories from long ago. The old wooden gate creaks gently, stirred by the soft breath of wind. Beyond the garden, the world sleeps, wrapped in the hush of midnight. And here, within these walls, Emmerich's hidden creations grow. Tiny foxes curled beneath carved vines, birds perched delicately along the archways, clusters of ferns etched into the stone surface, blending so seamlessly. They seem part of the living earth. The gardener of stone's words linger in the air. Stone remembers every chisel mark, every whispered hope, every quiet piece of ourselves remains. The garden holds more than carvings. It holds memory, peace, and the slow, steady hum of time passing. The stars drift overhead, their light cool and distant. The moon hangs low, casting silver across the pale limestone. The shadows curling soft along the garden floor. Emmerich pauses, leaning back against the wall. His hands rest gently in his lap, his breath deep and even. The faint glow of the lantern flickers beside him, casting warmth against the cool night. His eyes drift close for a moment, He listens to the hush of leaves, the distant hum of crickets, the gentle breathing of the earth. The garden is quiet, ancient, safe. A hidden world cradled beneath ivy and stone. A place untouched by the rush of days, the noise of markets, the weight of duties. Here, only the slow rhythm of night remains. Only the carved beauty left behind, waiting to be discovered. Let yourself sink deeper now, your body soft, heavy, resting beneath the hush of leaves. The cool stone walls wrapping around you, the gentle song of the night weaving through the air. There's no need to hold on to thought, no need to chase the day, only to float gently, softly, through the quiet embrace of this hidden space. Emmerich breath is slow, steady, his heartbeat calm. His mind drifts, carried by the rhythm of chisel on stone, the soft pulse of moonlight, the ancient hum of ivy-clad walls. The garden grows with every careful carving, every hidden bloom. A secret place, timeless, peaceful, enduring, and as the hours stretch onward, sleep lingers nearby, soft as mist curling along the edges of old stone, gentle as the hush of distant bells, faint beneath the stars. Let your breathing slow, in and out, in and out. Each exhale carrying you deeper, your thoughts lighter, your body sinking into the cool earth, safe, wrapped in the garden's quiet embrace, the carvings, the ivy, the moonlight, all blending into a gentle lullaby of stone and night. The world beyond fades softly. Only peace remains. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The stone remembers. The garden endures. And sleep, quiet, soothing, draws ever nearer. The night stretches endlessly above. Deep velvet skies scattered with drifting stars, their glow cool and distant. The moon lingers low, its silver light pouring across the hidden garden, tracing the edges of ancient stone. Kissing the carved flowers with gentle illumination, the ivy sways softly, its leaves rustling like whispers. A hush of forgotten stories carried on the cool midnight breeze. Everything slows. The world beyond the garden softens, distant, weightless. Emmerich's breath is calm. Steady, his hands resting in his lap as he gazes quietly at his work. The lantern beside him burns low, its glow golden, soft, casting warm light that flickers along the edged walls. Tiny stone creatures peer from the shadows. Carved foxes curled beneath ivy, birds perched in secret nooks. Delicate flowers blooming along the base of the ancient stones. Each carving holds a story, a moment captured and preserved within the cool strength of limestone. Emmerich smiles softly, the corners of his eyes crinkling, his heart full with the quiet knowing that his work, his care, will outlast time. The gardener of stone's voice echoes gently in his memory. Stone remembers not just the weight of years, but the light touch of hands, the patient shaping of beauty, the hidden secrets we weave into the world. And so the garden grows, a place unseen by many, yet rich with hidden wonder, a sanctuary tucked behind castle walls, cloaked in trailing ivy, guarded by moonlight. The hours drift, the air cool and still, the hush of night wrapping softly around the garden. Distant bells toll faintly, their chimes carried on the wind, slow, soothing, blending into the rhythm of sleep. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The chisel rests for now, the garden content in its quiet beauty. The stone walls hum with ancient life, the carvings hidden among the shadows, delicate, timeless, enduring. Let yourself sink deeper now, your body heavy, wrapped in the cool hush of the garden, the soft rustling of leaves above, the gentle pulse of the earth below, the distant song of crickets weaving through the quiet air. Your thoughts drift like clouds, light, floating, carried by the rhythm of the night, in and out, soft, steady, peaceful, The garden holds you, ancient stone beneath your fingertips, ivy brushing softly against your cheek, moonlight painting delicate patterns across the worn cobblestones. Time fades, only the gentle present remains. Emmerich leans his head back against the cool stone wall, his eyes closing, his breath slowing. He listens to the quiet hum of the garden, the rustle of ivy, the soft chirp of night birds in the distance, the carvings, the hidden flowers, the tiny creatures tucked away in the limestone, all whispering their silent stories into the stillness, each one a quiet promise, a hidden beauty left for those who know where to look. The world beyond the walls slumbers, the village wrapped in dreams, the castle towers standing silent against the star-scattered sky. But here, within the sanctuary, time lingers, unhurried, gentle, eternal. The garden endures, the stone remembers. And sleep draws nearer, your body softens, sinking into the hush of the earth, your breath light and slow, your mind floating along the rhythm of chisel and wind, the steady lullaby of ancient walls, of carved beauty hidden in the quiet corners of the night. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The song of stone and ivy weaving into your dreams, the cool embrace of the garden holding you safe. Let yourself drift now, weightless, peaceful, wrapped in the ancient stillness. The garden waits, timeless, hidden, unchanged, and you resting within its quiet heart, carried softly, gently into sleep. The night hums softly, the garden resting beneath silver moonlight, veiled in climbing ivy, the cool stone walls glowing faintly, ancient and steady, above. Clouds drift lazily across the starry sky, their soft edges glowing, dissolving, reshaping as they pass. The moon lingers high, casting gentle beams that slide across the carved petals, tracing the delicate stone flowers along the walls. The air carries the faint scent of rain, earth, the sweetness of ivy rustling gently overhead. Everything moves slowly, wrapped in stillness, wrapped in peace. Emmerich rests beside his workbench, his tools set neatly in place, his chisel quiet now, his hands resting softly in his lap. The lantern's flame dances low, casting pools of golden light that flicker across the courtyard, stretching into long, soft shadows. His eyes are half-lidded, heavy with the comfort of the garden's quiet, his breath slow, deep, steady as the rhythm of the earth beneath him. The carvings around him hum with hidden life, tiny stone creatures nestled along the walls, delicate ferns curling from the corners, flowers blooming along the limestone in patient silence, each one holding a memory, a secret shaped with care, left to endure long after the world forgets. The gardener of stone's words drift gently through the hush, even the smallest carving. The faintest bloom whispers into the future, carried on the breath of time. And so the garden grows, in silence and moonlight, in the quiet patience of Emmerich's hands. The ivy climbs ever higher, trailing across the archways, curling around worn pillars, weaving patterns that blend with the edged flowers. The garden feels alive, though made of stone, breathing beneath the cool hush of midnight. The faint chirp of crickets hums through the air, the distant call of an owl echoing from beyond the castle walls. The world outside softens, fades. Only the steady sanctuary remains. You can feel the garden cradling you, the cool stone walls, the soft rustling of leaves, the silver glow of the moon brushing against your skin. Your body grows heavier, your breath slowing, matching the peaceful rhythm of the hidden courtyard. Time stretches, thought softens, your mind floating gently now, light drifting like clouds across the quiet sky. The garden endures, ancient, hidden, rich with stories carved into limestone, each chisel mark, each delicate bloom, a message left behind, a quiet echo through generations. Emmerich hands trace the newest carving, the tiny petals curling along the base of the wall. The stone cool beneath his fingertips, the work steady, patient, timeless, and above, the moon drifts through the clouds. The stars blinking softly into the velvet sky, the hush of leaves, the faint murmur of distant bells, all blending into a lullaby of peace. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm weaves through the garden, soft, steady, like waves lapping gently along the shore. Let your body sink deeper now, your muscles soft, your breathing slow, your mind floating further from the waking world. Each breath carrying you deeper. Cradled by the garden's quiet embrace, Emmerich leans back, his eyes closing for a moment. The cool stone wall firm behind him, the ivy trailing softly along his shoulders. The air hums gently, the lanterns glow flickering low, the carvings watching in timeless silence. There's no rush here, no wait, only the patient growth of the garden. The hidden beauty blooming in shadows. You are safe, held in the sanctuary of ancient stone, wrapped in the cool hush of trailing ivy. The world beyond fades, softens, dissolves into the rhythm of the night. The carvings, the flowers, the tiny creatures tucked into corners, all blending into the stillness. The stone walls breathe. The earth hums, the garden remembers, and you drifting, resting, carried softly toward sleep. The night deepens, its velvet darkness blanketing the garden. The stars shimmer faintly, scattered across the sky like forgotten dreams, their light cool, steady, distant. The moon glides silently above, silver beams falling across the ivy-clad walls, tracing every curve, every hidden carving. With soft glowing fingers, the ancient stone hums faintly beneath your fingertips, holding the memory of centuries, the steady weight of time. The lantern burns low beside Emmerich, its flame soft, flickering, casting pools of gold along the carved stone flowers. The delicate ferns curling in quiet corners, shadows stretch, blending into the stillness. The carvings peeking gently from their secret nooks, timeless, patient. Enduring, Emmerich's breath is slow, his body relaxed, resting against the cool strength of the wall behind him. The garden wraps around him, a sanctuary of trailing ivy, weathered limestone. Hidden beauty blooming in silence. Above, the soft rustling of leaves, the faint murmur of night birds, the distant echo of forgotten bells. The world beyond fades. The quiet rhythm of the garden remains. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Even when the chisel rests, the rhythm lingers, woven into every curve of carved stone, every whisper of ivy in the wind. Let your own breath follow now. In and out, soft, easy, like the hush of leaves overhead. Like the gentle sway of the earth beneath you, your body grows heavier, your thoughts floating like mist across the moonlit sky. The garden holds you, timeless, hidden, safe. Emmerich runs his hands along the newest carving, the petals delicate beneath his fingers, the cool limestone shaped with quiet care. Each bloom, each hidden creature, a message left behind, a promise etched into stone, a reminder that beauty lingers, even when unseen, even when forgotten. The gardener of stone's voice hums softly in the quiet. Stone holds more than memory, it holds hope. It holds the small, patient wonders we leave behind, and so the garden grows. In silence, in moonlight, in the tender shaping of Emmerich's hands, the ivy climbs higher, its leaves rustling gently, wrapping along the worn arches, curling over crumbled edges. The carved flowers bloom quietly in the shadows, the tiny creatures resting eternal beneath their leafy veil. The night carries the cool scent of rain, of earth, of limestone warmed by years of sun. The air hums with the slow heartbeat of the garden, the steady rhythm of life woven into stone. Let yourself drift deeper, your breath soft, your body growing heavier, the quiet comfort of the hidden garden wrapping around you, grounding you, cradling you in its peaceful embrace. The stars glide silently across the sky, the moon lingering low, silver light pooling along the cobbled stones, the faint glow of Emmerich's lantern flickering, shadows curling gently along the walls. The carvings glow faintly, hidden creatures watching in stillness, delicate vines twisting along the edges of worn limestone, all resting, all enduring, all whispering softly into the quiet of the night. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm never truly ends. It lingers in the hush of the garden, in the patient growth of ivy, in the soft pulse of ancient stone, and you resting now, weightless, floating along the slow current of peace, your body soft, your mind quiet, your breath steady, matching the timeless hum of the hidden garden. There is nothing to hold on to now, no thought to chase, only the gentle drifting, the soft breathing of stone and earth. The garden, silent, secret, eternal, let yourself rest. Wrapped in ivy, cradled by limestone, carried gently by the lullaby of chisel and wind, the world beyond slips away, only the quiet remains. Only peace, only sleep. The garden hums quietly beneath the velvet sky. The moon glides slowly, its silver glow washing across the stone walls, tracing every curve, every hidden carving with gentle light. Ivy climbs along the arches, trailing across worn limestone, weaving into the delicate patterns etched into the stone. The flowers bloom, hidden, secret, their petals curling along the shadows. Blending into the night, the air carries the faintest whisper of earth, of moss, of ancient walls kissed by dew. Everything softens, the world beyond the garden blurring into the hush of midnight. Untouched, unhurried, eternal, Emmerich rests quietly, his chisel set aside, his hands folded softly in his lap. The lantern flickers low, pools of golden light stretching across the cobblestones, shadows curling into corners, blending into the edges of the night. The carvings whisper gently, tiny creatures tucked away, delicate blooms unfolding along the hidden walls, each one shaped with patient care, with quiet wonder, left to linger long after time forgets. Above, the stars drift slowly, their glow faint, distant, steady. The moon traces silver light along the ivy-clad walls, the carvings glowing softly beneath the hush of the garden. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm lingers even now, woven into the walls, into the hush of leaves, into the heartbeat of ancient stone. Let your breath follow now, in and out, soft, easy, steady, blending with the hush of the hidden sanctuary. Your body grows heavier, your thoughts light, floating, carried by the garden's quiet hum. The world beyond fades, the cool stone holding you, the ivy brushing gently against your skin. The gardener of stone's words hum softly through the night. Stone remembers, not only the passing years, but the hope we leave hidden in the quiet corners. The beauty shaped patiently into the world. And so the garden grows, silent, unseen, timeless, each bloom, each hidden creature, a secret etched into stone, waiting, enduring. Whispering softly into the stillness, the ivy sways above, rustling faintly, weaving stories into the night. The carvings glow in the moon's cool light, their edges softened by shadows, their beauty lingering eternal. The village sleeps beyond the walls, the castle towers rising silent against the sky. But here, time slows, thoughts drift, only the hush remains. Only peace, only the steady hum of earth and stone. The lantern burns lower, the garden wrapped in darkness and moonlight. Emmerich's breath is steady, his body resting, the cool limestone grounding him, Holding him in quiet stillness, let your breath slow, your body sink heavier, your mind drift gently. The hidden sanctuary wrapping around you, ancient, safe. Unchanging, the carvings hum softly. Hidden creatures curled beneath the ivy, flowers blooming in shadows. Their delicate edges glowing faint beneath the moon. All resting, all enduring. Untouched by the rush of days. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm blends into the garden, into the cool air, into the lullaby of stone and leaves. You are safe, your body soft, your breath light, your thoughts floating away. The garden holds you. The world beyond dissolves. Only peace remains, only quiet, only sleep. The garden rests beneath the velvet sky. The stars glimmer faint, cool, distant, woven like silver threads across the dark. Clouds drift lazily, reshaping, dissolving, their soft edges brushed with moonlight. The ancient stone walls hum softly, holding the memory of countless seasons. Ivy climbs higher, curling along the worn arches, weaving through cracks and crevices, blending into the carvings that bloom along the walls, tiny flowers etched with care, delicate petals curling as though ready to open in the moon's cool glow. Hidden creatures, foxes, birds, squirrels, tucked away in secret corners, all resting eternal beneath the hush of trailing vines. Emmerich leans gently against the stone, his breath slow, even, his hands resting softly in his lap. The chisel lies beside him, the lantern flickering low, casting warm pools of light that stretch into the shadows, blending into the edges of the night. The air carries the cool scent of earth, of moss, of ancient limestone kissed by dew. Everything moves slowly, softly, wrapped in the hush of midnight, untouched by the world beyond the garden walls. Above, the faint song of an owl drifts across the sky. The leaves whisper in the breeze, the gentle rustling weaving into the rhythm of the hidden sanctuary. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The memory of the chisel lingers, its quiet rhythm blending into the garden stillness. Even as the tools rest, the work remains etched into stone. Patient, enduring, hidden, let your breath follow now. In and out, soft, slow, steady, blending with the hush of leaves. The gentle hum of ancient walls, your body sinks heavier, wrapped in the cool comfort of the garden, the earth beneath you steady, the trailing ivy brushing softly across your skin. The world beyond softens, dissolves, only the quiet remains. The gardener of stone's voice echoes faintly, a whisper weaving through the night. Stone holds more than form. It holds the quiet hopes we leave behind, the hidden beauty that lingers long after we fade. And so the garden grows, in patience, in silence, in moonlight, each carved bloom, each tucked away creature, whispering softly into the stillness. Emmerich closes his eyes, the cool stone warm beneath his fingertips, the carvings blooming softly along the walls. The lantern's glow flickers lower, shadows stretching gently across the cobblestones, blending into the hush of ivy and stone. The hours stretch, the sky deepening, the moon gliding higher, its pale light tracing every curve of the ancient walls. The carvings hum with hidden life, their beauty quiet, secret, untouched by the passing of time. Let yourself drift now. Your body heavier, your breath lighter, your thoughts floating, weightless. The garden cradling you, holding you safe within its quiet sanctuary. The distant song of bells hums faintly across the fields beyond, the village asleep, wrapped in dreams. The castle towers stand silent, watching, timeless, their edges softened by the hush of night. But here, within these ivy-clad walls, only peace remains, only the slow rhythm of the earth, the steady hum of carved stone, the quiet breathing of the hidden sanctuary. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The song of stone lingers, woven into every etched petal, every curling vine, every secret creature resting in the shadows. The garden holds you, the world beyond fades, time softens, thoughts float away, sleep draws nearer. Carried by the gentle lullaby of moonlight and ivy, you are safe, resting, drifting, cradled in the quiet embrace of the hidden garden. The night deepens, wrapped in cool velvet. The sky stretched wide, endless. Stars drift quietly, their glow faint, ancient, scattered like tiny silver seeds across the dark. Clouds trail lazily overhead, reshaping, dissolving, their edges glowing softly in the moonlight. The garden hums with stillness. Wrapped in climbing ivy, guarded by weathered stone walls etched with hidden beauty, each carving blending into the worn limestone, flowers blooming, delicate creatures curled away, resting eternal in secret nooks. The moon glides gently across the sky, casting silver beams along the walls. The carvings glow faintly, the trailing ivy brushing against etched petals, blending into the patient stone. Emmerich rests quietly against the wall, his breath deep, slow, steady, his chisel set gently beside him. The lanterns glow low and warm, casting soft shadows that stretch into the garden's corners, blending with the hush of the night. The cool earth hums beneath him, the stones beneath his fingertips smooth, weathered by time, carrying the memory of countless seasons. The air holds the scent of moss, damp earth, limestone kissed by evening dew. Above, the faint rustling of leaves, the distant song of an owl, the gentle hum of night weaving through the quiet garden. Everything slows, softens, wrapped in ancient stillness, untouched by the world beyond the walls. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm lingers, even as the chisel rests, woven into the garden's breath, into the hush of ivy and stone. Let your breath follow now, in and out, soft, steady, blending with the gentle hum of the sanctuary. Your body grows heavier, your thoughts floating light, dissolving into the cool air. The garden wraps around you, steady, hidden, timeless, holding you safe. The carvings whisper softly, tiny foxes curled beneath trailing vines, birds perched in quiet corners, ferns unfurling along the edges of ancient stone, each one shaped with patient care, hidden beauty waiting to be discovered, to endure. The gardener of stone's voice drifts faintly through the hush. Stone holds not only the weight of years, but the quiet hope we leave behind, the small wonders woven into the world. And so the garden grows, unseen by most, yet rich with hidden life, the ivy climbing higher, blending into the etched flowers, the carvings breathing softly in the moon's silver glow. The distant village sleeps, the castle towers rise silent against the dark, that here within the sanctuary, time softens. The world fades, only peace remains. The lantern's glow flickers low, the shadows curling gently along the cobbled stones. Emmerich's breath is calm, his heartbeat steady, his hands resting softly. The cool stone holding him, grounding him. Let your body sink deeper now. Your breath slow, your thoughts drifting, carried by the garden's hush, the stone beneath you steady, the ivy whispering stories from long ago, the night wrapped around you, gentle, ancient, quiet. The carvings glow faintly in the shadows, the hidden creatures resting eternal, the delicate blooms curling beneath the ivy's cool veil, all watching, all waiting, untouched by time, whispering softly into the stillness. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm never fades, woven into every hidden petal, every quiet corner, every gentle sway of trailing vines. You are safe here, the world beyond dissolves. Only the quiet remains, only the steady hum of the hidden garden. Let yourself rest now, your body soft, your mind light. your breath slow, wrapped in the ancient lullaby of stone and moonlight. The night lingers, stretched wide in velvet across the sky. Stars drift slowly, their cool glow faint, ancient, steady. Watching from high above, the moon glides through thin clouds, its pale light spilling softly across the worn limestone walls, tracing the hidden carvings in delicate silver, each etched petal, each curling vine, glowing faintly beneath the hush of the ivy, blending into the night, quiet, unseen. Enduring, the garden hums with stillness, wrapped in the cool breath of midnight. The faint rustle of leaves, the soft chirp of distant crickets, the distant toll of a forgotten bell, blending into the rhythm of peace. Emmerich rests quietly, his chisel set down beside him, his lantern glowing low, pools of warm light flickering across the courtyard stones. The carvings watch from the shadows, tiny creatures tucked into corners, flowers blooming along the ancient walls, vines winding higher, ever higher, blending with the ivy's living embrace. The air is cool, scented with earth, moss, trailing ivy heavy with dew. The garden breathes softly, timeless, hidden, untouched by the world beyond. Emmerich closes his eyes, his breath slow, steady, his mind quiet, drifting, carried by the rhythm of the garden, the song of stone and moonlight. The gardener of stone's voice hums softly in the stillness. Stone remembers, not only the years, but the quiet hopes, the hidden beauty left behind. And so the garden endures in carved silence and patient shadows. In the hush of leaves weaving through ancient archways, let yourself drift now, your body heavy, your breath light, your thoughts like clouds floating across the dark sky, the world softening. Quiet, the hidden sanctuary holding you safe. The carvings bloom in the quiet, tiny foxes curled beneath the ivy, birds resting in delicate nooks, ferns curling gently along the edges of worn stone, each one whispering stories into the stillness, each one shaped by patient hands, left to linger long after time forgets. Above, the clouds drift slowly, dissolving and reshaping, the stars peeking through, the moon trailing silver along the garden walls, illuminating the soft curves of carved flowers, the winding vines blending into ivy. The rhythm hums steady. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. Even as the chisel rests, the rhythm lingers, woven into stone, into the earth, into the air. Your breath follows now, in and out, soft, slow, gentle, blending with the hush of the garden. You are safe here, cradled in ancient walls, wrapped in ivy's cool embrace, resting beneath the watchful glow of the moon. The carvings endure, the stone hums. The garden grows in stillness. The faint song of distant bells hums across the fields beyond the castle. The village sleeps, wrapped in dreams, unaware of the quiet sanctuary hidden just beyond. But here time stretches, softens, slows. The carvings whisper, the ivy sways. The moonlight weaves silver along the worn stones. Let your thoughts float away, your body heavier, your mind drifting. Weightless, safe, the garden wraps around you, cool, ancient, timeless, enduring. The stone remembers, the hidden flowers bloom. The creatures sleep eternal in their carved corners, all watching, all waiting, untouched by the rush of days. The air hums with the slow heartbeat of the earth, the hush of ivy trailing along the ancient arches. The lantern's glow flickers low, the shadows stretching soft across the cobblestones. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm is everywhere, woven into the walls, the ivy, the hush of night. And you resting now, carried by the quiet song of stone and moonlight, your body soft, your mind light, floating deeper into sleep. The garden holds you, the world beyond fades. Only the peace remains, only the gentle rhythm, Only sleep. The garden hums beneath the quiet night, ivy trailing along the arches, curling over the weathered stone, blending with the delicate carvings hidden in the shadows. Above, the moon glides silently, silver light pouring across the limestone walls, tracing the hidden flowers, the secret creatures, the winding vines shaped by patient hands. The stars drift, faint, steady, ancient, woven across the velvet sky. Clouds soften their edges, dissolving slowly, reshaping with the hush of midnight. The air carries the cool scent of earth, moss, old stone kissed by dew. Everything slows. Time softens, wrapped in the hush of the garden. Untouched by the world beyond, Emmerich rests quietly, his eyes half-lidded, his breath slow, deep, his body heavy against the cool stone wall. The lantern burns low beside him, golden light flickering across the courtyard, shadows stretching softly, blending into the quiet edges of the night. The carvings glow faintly. Tiny foxes curled beneath trailing vines, birds perched along delicate corners, ferns unfurling from the cracks of ancient limestone. All resting, all enduring, all whispering softly into the stillness. The rhythm of chisel and stone lingers. Even as the tools rest, tap, tap, pause, breathe. The memory of patient work woven into the walls, the hush of ivy, the quiet hum of moonlight. Let your breath follow, in and out, soft, steady. Blending with the garden's slow heartbeat, your body grows heavier, your mind light as mist. Your thoughts drifting, dissolving into the hush. The garden holds you, wrapped in the cool embrace of trailing ivy. Protected beneath ancient stone, the gardener of stone's voice hums faintly, a whisper blending with the wind. Stone remembers, even the smallest hopes, even the hidden beauty left behind in quiet corners. And so the garden endures, the carvings tucked away, blooming unseen, waiting to be discovered, tiny creatures hidden in shadows, delicate petals curling along the edges of worn limestone. The village beyond sleeps. The castle towers rise silent against the starry sky, but here, time stretches, thought softens, only peace remains. The lantern's glow fades lower, shadows curling around Emmerich, the carvings glowing softly, the ivy swaying gently above. The garden breathes, patient, ancient, untouched by hurried days. Let yourself sink deeper, your breath slow, your body soft, your mind floating weightless, carried by the quiet hum of the hidden sanctuary. The air hums with the rhythm of life, the faint song of distant bells, the hush of leaves brushing one another, the quiet breathing of the earth beneath the stone. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm never fades, woven into every petal, every carving, every whisper of ivy trailing along the walls. Emmerich's breath slows, his hands resting softly in his lap, his eyes drifting closed, the cool limestone beneath him steady, grounding, safe, the hidden garden wrapping around him, cradling him in timeless stillness. The carvings whisper softly, the creatures resting eternal, the flowers blooming unseen, the vines blending into the living ivy, all enduring, all untouched by time, all part of the hidden sanctuary. Above, the moon lingers low, casting silver light along the courtyard, tracing the carvings with gentle glow. The stars drift, faint, ancient, scattered across the wide velvet sky. Your breath slows, in and out, your body heavy, your mind quiet, your thoughts light, dissolving into the hush. The garden holds you, wrapped in cool stone, veiled in trailing ivy. The world beyond fades, softens, blurs into the rhythm of peace. The hidden creatures sleep eternal, tucked beneath the arches. The delicate petals glowing faint beneath the moonlight. The carvings endure, their beauty secret, their stories whispered into the quiet corners of the night. Tap, tap, pause, breathe. The rhythm remains. In stone and earth, in the hush of ancient walls, and you drifting now, safe, peaceful, held by the garden's quiet embrace, your body soft, your breath light, your thoughts floating away. Time stretches, dissolves, only the steady hum remains. Only the lullaby of ivy and moonlight, only sleep. Emmeric's breathing slows further, the lantern flickering low. Shadows curling along the walls, blending into the hush. The carvings glowing softly, the ivy swaying. The cool stone cradling him, his work remains, hidden beauty shaped with care. Tucked away in secret nooks, left to endure beyond the passing of years. The gardener of stone's voice lingers, stone remembers. The smallest wonder, the quiet hope, left hidden, waiting to bloom unseen. And so the garden grows, silent, steady, enduring, the flowers blooming along the walls, the creatures curled away, the vines weaving into the living earth, the stars drift across the sky, the moon trailing silver along the courtyard. The air hums with the song of night, the hush of leaves, the soft breathing of the hidden sanctuary. Your body sinks heavier, your breath slow, your mind light. Drifting into stillness, the garden holds you. The carvings whisper, the earth hums, the rhythm lingers. Tap, tap. Pause, breathe. Sleep draws nearer, gentle, inevitable. The world beyond fades. Only quiet remains. Only peace. Only sleep. I hope you enjoyed this guided imagery experience. And if you did, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up to stay updated with all our future videos. Thanks for watching.